Hey folks, Fernando doing another video for the More Survivalists, and I was just reading about this Messi stuff that he's gonna be paid in part. Well, I don't know what percentage exactly, but he's gonna be paid in cryptocurrency. These are like tokens, PSG fan tokens. So it's like it's not Bitcoin, it's their own cryptocurrency from the PSG. That's the Paris Saint-Germain football club. Yeah, here it says soccer. That's just wrong. It's not soccer, it's football. But anyway, yeah, in case you're not familiar with this stuff, well, as it says here, superstar Messi is being partly paid in crypto by PSG. Messi signed a 2-year deal PSG this week with an option for a third. That will be net him annual salary of 41 million plus bonuses. I think he got paid like 20 million like right now cash just to move, and then he's gonna be paid 41 million well, plus bonuses and such. And even even the cryptocurrency, the PSG currency that he's being paid in, that he already apparently signed on, it already doubled in price. So, and these shirts that he's selling, well, not him, you know, it's the club selling, these go like for 150 euros, and they sold out like in 30 minutes. And there's like a mile-long line of people just buying these. So just in case you don't know who I'm talking about, it's this guy, Lionel Messi. Let me just play a short little bit for you.
You know, this is the best of the best for me. In my lifetime, I don't know what to say about him. When you talk about him, I've said it all before. Just be repeating myself. He's
just brilliant.
He's just the best. He just no. That's somebody else. There isn't. It's
just regular brilliance, yeah. Isn't it?
The best ever.
Yeah, well, so basically, yeah, the best. Arguably, most people will tell you best that ever. Best player in the world right now, no doubt about that whatsoever, and probably the best that there ever will be. Hopefully we see something at least like him after he retires. He's like, I think he's like 32, 34. Anyway, he still has a couple good years. He just won Copa America with Argentina, the national team. So he's in good shape, man. He's gonna be playing well for a couple more years, no doubt, especially with a club. But there's a few interesting things that went on with his sign-in. Well, for those that are not familiar, he played pretty much all of his life. He played in Barcelona, you know, the club in Spain, the Spanish club Barcelona. Basically, he played there for his entire life, 20 years. He used to have like a development, a growth hormone deficiency of some kind, so he needed like treatment that was kind of expensive. So he signed when he was like 12 years old or something like that, something 12 or 14 years old, just super young kid, and they were gonna be paying for his treatment. That was part of the deal. Anyway, you know, long story short, he became even as a child, even like a, you know, like a foot shorter than everyone else of his same age. He was, you know, just amazing. Look it up in this channel. This channel is called Magical Messi. It's you know, a channel that's just dedicated to his stuff. Anyway, just a fantastic player, and as he was supposed to have a new contract, now they basically pulled played him and basically made him believe that he was going to be renewing his contract yet again, when in fact that was no longer the case. That the suits in the club decided that was his time to leave, and pretty crappy move there, because instead of actually letting him know that they were not going to be renewing his contract, they asked him for a discount, and he actually said yes. He was willing to pay. He was willing to play for a 50% reduction in his wages, you know, given the poor financial situation of the club. But he agreed to that. He was going to be paid 50% less, and still they just didn't, you know, renew his contract because they just, you know, didn't want him, and they got rid of him like in a matter of days. And the guy was crying in the media, in the press conference. He didn't get the chance to say goodbye to the fans, and, you know, a huge crab fest over there. But he had already been in talks because he wanted to leave the club the previous year if they didn't get their act together. They said they would make a couple of new additions, a couple good players, and he was happy with that and said, okay, I'm going to be staying then. And actually they pulled this one on him. Long story short, he just moved to PSG for like ridiculous money. So a good deal for him. But it's very interesting to see that there was a lot of people that were saying that he was supposed to play for free. If he loved the club so much, just play for free. You're already wealthy beyond most people's wildest dreams, so why not keep? And I actually think that's kind of stupid. Why on earth would you do for free what you're the best in the world at, and probably the best that ever was, probably the best that ever will be, and you're generating ridiculous amount of income? I think he already pretty much paid for a whole year of his salary on shirt sales alone. Like, I don't know how many of these they're sold already. So why on earth would someone that makes so much money for others, not get any of it for himself? That is communism and socialism in its purest form. And there was these folks in this Spanish sports channel talking about, he should have played for free. I wonder how many of those guys actually did anything in their lives for free, or especially worked, do their job as professionals for free. That's pretty much an insult the way I see it. If you're good at what you do, you definitely get paid for it. I mean, it's just ridiculous to think about someone that generates this amount of money and gets fired because of how poorly the club he spent 20 years at mismanaged the fortune that he mostly helped generate without any question or doubt by anyone. Just silly. But also interesting, this stuff about the cryptocurrency. I hope this just helps for a lot of people get into all of this stuff in terms of crypto. What exactly is it? There's still a lot of misinformation regarding this stuff. Well, not misinformation, but people that just don't know exactly what this is and report as if they do know, and confuses people even more. It's not really all that simple. You have to really get into it. This PSD token cryptocurrency, I'm not exactly sure how it works, but for stuff like Bitcoin, that is as solid. Even though it is a digital currency, it is still a lot more of a currency than the dollar is. Especially right now, since the loss of a gold standard or a silver standard. What right now you don't have any kind of actual money. A dollar is a IOU note from the Federal Reserve of the United States. And a lot of people don't even know that the Federal Reserve of the United States, it's not of the United States because it's a private entity. It's not federal because, again, private club of banks. And it's not a reserve because there's nothing there reserved. It's just a bunch of the biggest banks in the world printing money for themselves. It is as fiat as it comes, and it has no comparison with gold, with silver, and certainly not with cryptocurrency, especially with stuff like Bitcoin that needs to be mined. You don't make Bitcoin out of thin air. Some people are confused about, well, it can be hacked, or it's just digital stuff. No, it has to be actually mined through the algorithm of Bitcoin. And so as to resolve that algorithm, you need processing power, you need powerful computers as to get that algorithm resolved. Once you resolve that, you get your reward, you get your Bitcoin. But you need to have the capital, the computers as to do this, and you need the electricity as to make it. So if you don't have that, you're not going to be making any Bitcoin. Of course, the simplest way to get it is actually buying it from someone else. Stuff like buying it from any private person, or getting it from an exchange like Coinbase, the one I use, the one I have linked there below for anyone interested in this stuff. But stuff like this is gonna be showing how popular crypto is. Moments like this where a superstar like Lionel Messi has hundreds of millions of dollars in his bank account, no doubt. I know, $500 million maybe. I think his net worth is like $600 million. Anyway, just a guy that makes a lot of money, that he's okay with this, and not only okay with this, he just in a matter of days doubled that amount because of how it went up in value in just a few hours. So yeah, it's all good news. I think it's very positive, and good luck for Messi as well. I'm sure he's gonna be doing great. Guys, thanks for your time. See you in the next video. Have a great day. Take care.